What are we calling this? Is this a podcast?
Red. It talks. Clash. Yeah.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. This is Reddit Talks Clash. It's a podcast we do. We're the mods of the subreddit, and we're gonna be talking about the Controllable Heroes, Clashmas, and how we're finding Town Hall 17 so far in the first couple weeks. Also here, Liam and Spencer, back from your whirlwind adventure in the land of San Francisco. How's that?
It was interesting.
Is it something you want to talk about briefly, or should we just skip it and I cut all this?
Sure, I'll go through it really fast. So, I went to the mod world in San Francisco and saw a bunch of other mods from Reddit, and basically Reddit mods are a lot more social butterflies than you would expect. For breakfast, I kind of just wanted to sit alone and take it in, and then they all just started sitting around me and talking to me, and I was just like, oh, okay, here we go.
Hey, great opportunity to make new friends.
Did you meet anyone famous?
I did meet the CEO of Reddit and shook his hand and looked into his big blue eyes, and it was interesting.
Dude, I would have not been able to resist making deny, defend, oppose jokes if I met a CEO face to face, and it would have been probably escorted off the premise.
Yeah, everyone there was also glazing him up the whole time. It was pretty interesting.
I know. Yeah, dude, you're now you're the most well-traveled of the mods, probably. Dude, you made it to Clash Worlds. You made it to Mod Worlds.
Yeah, I'm collecting them.
All right, but I guess we'll get back to Clash. Liam, how many accounts have you done Controllable Heroes on?
I was planning on just doing on my main, but I actually ended up doing it on 2 because one of my clanmates was asking me hey, has anyone finished all of them? Can't get past level 11 and 13, I think, were the 2 hardest ones they found. And I was like, it can't be that hard. So I did them on my alt. I didn't want to do it on my main because I had max storages and the loot would have been wasted. So yeah, I got them on 2 accounts.
You absolutely should do it on your main because
I am. I did now.
Okay.
I was just waiting for a builder to finish to use up the loot. I don't want my loot to go to waste. But yeah. How about yourself, Vic? How many accounts you doing it on?
All?
Plan
I haven't done
take?
it on the ones that don't have ore and equipment. I didn't bother on, but 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 16. So 8 accounts. But I was gonna say this is your chance. You get legendary chests. This is your free to play chance to get skins and equipment and stuff.
Oh, I know. I always do all the events on my main. I'm not gonna miss them.
Yeah, are you guys enjoying it?
Maybe the first or second level, I was like, oh, this is kind of But as the levels got on, they got more difficult, and it was like a puzzle, and I had so much fun with it, actually.
I've been so excited for this for a month and a half now. This is cool. It's cool. It's fun. It's new. It's something totally different. Oh man, I love this, dude.
Yeah, it's fun just retrying a level, trying to get farther than you did before, and then you finally get it, and it's just such a satisfying feeling.
I really like the ability how you can temper to get around stuff or yeah, I mean it just gives you some control that you've never had before, which I find amazing. And you can actually I don't know if you guys have seen the tutorial videos from Judo, but basically finding your own way different than that and then getting it done sooner is awesome, I think.
I like that some of them are, it's probably not intentional that they're a little broken and a little too easy, but I do like that there's ways for people to speedrun and people to try and exploit and get them done in the simplest, fastest way possible. But also, if you're just clicking around randomly, there's enough there to give you various paths to success. And it's not always just they're not so oppressively hard that you don't have to do the cheese methods. But there are a lot of them that are just go race to Diggy, click the package and let Diggy finish it off for you.
Yeah.
In 4 days and 16 hours, we get 10 more levels, 9 more chests, and a deck. I think that is a deck up top, right?
A what?
The for the very top reward for 72 stars, it's a gift. It says gift bag. That is a decoration, right?
Oh yeah, you said deck. I was
Yes.
like, what the hell's a
I
deck?
think I was
Oh,
like, is this a different game?
no.
I guess you just know slang.
Rick's trying to efficient his
Deco.
life way.
Yeah.
Deco, yes.
And, all right,
Oh,
Deco is
deco.
the
One
preferred.
letter.
I know. Like you can't just take Discord text shorthand and say it out loud and not sound like a dork.
Classic Reddit mod. But yeah, I think it's awesome. There's like, I feel like it also it gives a little thing for everyone. Like all the people who just love finishing everything quickly, then the speedrunners and people who just want to have more control over everything, control freaks, I guess. It's like a win for everyone, I think. I don't see any downsides to it. Actually, the one downside might be that if they try to bring this more into the game and then you have to like do this during attacks, but they
Oh,
said that
hell
during
no.
the well, they were talking about it in
Yeah.
the Clan Chat podcast, I think, that they were like trying to work if people like it enough that they'll maybe try to bring this in more aspects of the game, which I don't want them. Like I like it as a temporary thing. I don't want it to be a permanent thing.
I don't see this ever working in real attacks, dude. Like it's at least not like this because it's way too much to manage. You already have a lot going on in a real attack with four
Yeah.
heroes, and now you're like, are you gonna direct each one of them individually per target? Like that would never work.
What would you think if they brought it to Builder Base or Clan Capital, something like that?
I think it would work a lot better in builder base for sure with just one hero and the smaller amount of troops. It would work a lot better there.
Hmm.
Do you think that would make builder base more fun?
Honestly, no. I don't think. Yeah, no. It would just be more work for you to do, and yeah.
I mean, I barely play build base set as is, and Controllable Heroes isn't. I mean, it might be fun, like a funny challenge and stuff, but I don't see it unless there's like some kind of benefit from it. Like if every time you get a yeah, I don't know, a chest or something every 50 stars or something. Or they could like add like achievements for like controlling your heroes in a certain way. Or...
Are you guys glad to see treasure chests again?
Yeah, I want these in the gold pass, but I guess this is good enough, you know.
Dude, I don't ever want to see them in the gold pass. I don't ever want to see a way to spend money and get these. And I'm still cynical and I still think it's gonna come at some point, but and to be fair, I am really impressed with their restraint on that so far. Because they gotta be like holding a guy back. He's just trying to monetize them.
We got a decent amount of these chests for this event.
Yeah, I think it was how many came with the first drop at levels? I'd have to find.
I think
It's
like
probably
9 or
10ish.
10. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
there's
10.
like another 9 coming on the back half, and I don't know if it's the same, but it's roughly that. Like I wish they would explain how chests work, how the RNG on what rarity of stuff you get, because I'd see a lot of frustration about people thinking they're like getting screwed and they're not getting any legendaries anymore or all this stuff, and it's something like we've been told we can't talk about, but they did explain it to us, and just like stop worrying about it. Like everyone's gonna even out in the end, you know. Like no one has bad luck on this. I wish they would just be more transparent with how it works. But I know I am waiting because now I have a queen on my Town Hall 8, and instead of buying all her equipment, I am waiting to see if I get any equipment in those chests before spending 1,500 gems.
Oh, that's smart.
Because I mean, not that like Town Hall 8 needs epic equipment on a queen. It doesn't need the queen at all, but it's just weird.
And the question is, are they going to be bringing more chests in the future, like mini events as well? Because I feel like the chest mechanic is going to be permanent and it's not going away.
Yeah, I would imagine that we're gonna see more stuff like right now, where they just implement it as rewards to some kind of event. I think they got to do something with the snacks though, because how many snacks did you get out of your chest drop?
I got two.
Yeah, like
One
and
of
that's
them, yeah, one of them was the laboratory, the soup thing that excites your lab and your pets. And the other, the what is it? The instant treat, I think. The ones where it instantly trains your enemies for 20 minutes. That was awesome. I filled up like all my reserves in like 20 minutes. It was so cool.
that one is so nice for war clan castles too, because those don't count as like attacks. So you just
Oh,
continually,
right.
yeah, you can fill your whole clan castle
I
with
didn't
that.
think about that. That's so cool. Yeah. Sweet. What about you, Spencer?
I got 2 Builder Bites and 1 Clan Castle Cake, which I didn't use the Clan Castle Cake because I don't really attack.
Yeah, but you could have. You could have had 10. Is it 10 clan castles?
I don't know. I think that's the one for 12 hours, right?
Is it? I don't know how that one works because I get it so rarely. That was gonna be my point a second ago, was that like the snacks are cool and they're fun and they're small little boosts, right? And like they're not, like, a couple of them are really nice, but a lot of them are kind of who cares, like 4 hours off your builders, or a couple hours off your lab, like kind of meh. But what makes them even more lame is that you get them so rarely. Like they're kind of cool, but they're small enough and balanced enough to not be a big benefit, but you don't get enough of them to really do anything. And then the other problem that people had was that a lot of people just open all their chests at once, and then you have a bunch of them stacked up. Then you have to use them in 24 hours. So if you got four, even the good ones, the Clan Castle one or instant training, like you're not going to be able to use them all in 24 hours, and then they're just automatically wasted.
Is there a way to not open them all at once?
Yeah, well, yeah, if you have a little restraint, you can, like.
Oh, right, like not do the levels all at once.
Yeah, like.
Right. Oh, yeah, because you can claim them. Yeah, my bad. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you like claiming them all at once.
But that's restraint, Vic. Who has restraint nowadays?
I know. I told myself, like, all right, I'm not gonna do them all right now. Like I'll wait and I'll try and spread them out, because I'd seen a Reddit post about a guy bringing that problem. Like he's like, I can't use all these in the next day. And then I was like, yeah, I'll space mine out. And then that didn't last at all. I was just like, I just want to get rid of these and burn a hole in my pocket.
Yeah, self-discipline.
Before we change topics, too, a little reminder: if you guys have questions, we do have a Discord bot that Liam set up for us so kindly. If you just type !ask and then your question behind that, and that puts it in a little document for us to go back and read later. Yeah, and then the bot will drop a little check mark on it, so that's how you know that it's registered, and we'll go through them later. So moving on, cosmetics. We got a new scenery and 2 skins so far, a king and a queen.
And it all sucks.
I kind of like the king, dude.
The king?
Yeah, the little robot dude.
That's not even in the shop yet, is it?
I think it was, and it's gone.
Oh.
Ooh. Intentionally gone, or?
Well, because those are only they only last a week, right?
Really?
Or has it come out? Because the queen's in the gold pass.
Yeah, I don't think it came out yet. But I wish we could get a whole set of those robot skins. That'd be cool.
A whole sets of skins is, something that I don't know that anyone cares about.
They talked about it on Clan Chat. They were like, yeah, I mean, that's not really like a set. Being a set isn't a thing. Like we just push out skins, and if
That's
we happen to have
BS.
Well, it was like a a PR answer, but
Yeah,
they were basically saying they're not gonna like focus on being, oh yeah, like now we have all 5 heroes. Oh, wait, is it? Yeah, 5 heroes for the same set.
I remember it's funny when they did monthly sets. So many people complained. They said, "Oh, this is just too many skins." And now that they stopped that, people are complaining that there's not complete sets, which I find pretty funny. Can't please everyone.
Lesson of the day: people will complain.
Yeah.
like a lot of that is just like the complaints are always going to be what you see, because not a lot of people are running to Reddit or Twitter just to be like, I'm okay with this.
Yeah, I approve.
Yeah.
And even if they do, then we just remove those as low quality, right?
Like, yeah, you might see people saying like, hey, I actually kind of like this, and then all the other people who actually kind of like it are mostly just, oh, okay, like, what am I going to do? Say like, me too? And then, so there's not a lot of engagement on that side. But that just brings more people out of the woodworks who hate stuff and want to complain. So I think that's why, we always see more complaints about stuff and less. Like, just people who enjoy it are just off enjoying it instead of hating everybody on Reddit.
Yeah, and the scenery sucks too.
It's really similar to the last Christmas one, isn't it?
Yeah, and the chess one. That dark orange background.
I wonder if they are just like straight reusing aspects of it like that.
Yeah, they might.
It would make sense to me, to get away with it when they can, but
I feel like the last year's scenery, the Jolly scenery, is a million times better in every way. You got snow, you got candy. It's
I'm
nice.
still digging. I don't like. I like the Justice scenery, but mostly I have it just because it's gonna look good for Max Town Hall 17.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take something really cool to rip me away from this one.
I'm still waiting for my next legendary scenery.
They said like quarterly, right? Ish on the last Inside the
Yeah.
Builder Hut. The Clash of Dragons one was September.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean we're in the window, dude. Maybe January I'll have one.
And will we ever be able to get them for gems? Probably not.
Those ones, no, dude, no way.
Like about $40.
Yeah.
But
So
wait, can you get them in chests actually? That'd be
sceneries. Can
No.
you get sceneries in chess?
No.
no, don't think so.
No.
Can you buy sceneries for gems even, or is that only like
No.
the gold pass skins?
Only gold pass skins.
Scenery, yeah, sceneries are all cash. Looking in the shop now, so yeah, I definitely wouldn't imagine seeing. Why don't I have any gem skins in my cosmetic shop? Is it because I have all the
You
gold
have
pass
all of
ones?
them. Yeah.
You
Mine's the same.
Like, no, so is it only the gold pass ones that come back for gems?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't actually know that. But $9.99 for these skins is wild. Like they're so old. You got to think they would like discount them after a certain point, dude.
Yeah, just look at the Painter King. Who the hell's gonna buy that? Come on.
Maybe a painter who plays
That's
Clash.
the worst skin in the whole game.
Yeah, Magic Champion. The Magic stuff is pretty decent. Some of these are really old. All right. How soon are you guys wanting or like expecting Minion Prince skins?
I just want them to complete some sets, to be honest.
I'd expect one in January maybe or something.
I kind of think they might let it sit a while.
No skins for the minion quest.
Yeah, like essentially, like we just, we've only been looking at his normal skin for a month less. People are already like, this thing's ugly. I want to put him in a costume.
Yeah, he's not even wearing clothes.
Do you think they'll just like work him into like the sets that are coming up, or he'll just always be like the weird black sheep and non-matching if you're the kind of person who cares?
Yeah.
And I think they'll
we'll
work
get a gold pass skin. Will be his first one.
Like I know, like Marco said, like he told me in person a while ago, and then they talked a little bit about it on the last the clan chat, which is the Discord stage. Completing sets sounds like something they're like they want to do, but not necessarily are committed to doing. So I really don't see it ever happening. And freaking, I wish I would have been there because I would have wanted to push for it. Cart asked something for me. He had said in the Inside the Builder Hut, the last one, you guys said you wanted the focus to be on cosmetics, right? Like right in the wake of the $37 legendary scenery. They're like, yeah, we really would want to. We want to have the monetization of Clash focus on cosmetics. But since then, there's been like fewer and fewer skins, the same amount of decks, and they've introduced 2 giant gem sink dumps in the Builder's Apprentice and the Lab Assistant. None of that is saying focus on cosmetics for monetization. So I wanted to have Card ask that, but then they kind of went on a path of just talking about skins from the Minion Prince instead of like what the hell is this?
Accountability kind of thing. But the day when a company will be like, yeah, this is how it is, and we're committed to this, and we'll do this. I don't know if that's ever gonna happen.
Like I don't want to like begrudge them making money. It's a business. I get that, dude. Like go get paid, make your billions. I like the game, but like if you're gonna say something, like is it just that like did things change? Were you just talking out of your ass? Was that like all only to address people mad that there was a $40 scenery? Yeah, I don't know, because that's not the way it's shaked out, and it's been a couple months, so I don't know.
Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, and then I guess while we're talking about Minion Prince skins and stuff, they did a contest for like they're just gonna give a bunch of gems to people for designing some Minion Prince fan art, and it's probably like my favorite Reddit post of the whole year. They asked us to like pin the link to the contest for a few days, and we did. and then they said they were gonna announce the winners on I think the 1st. And then a couple days after, someone pointed out that like one of the winning submissions, like they did like a top 10, and the number 10 winning fan art submission was just someone cropped down like official artwork of the Minion Prince and submitted it and won.
Yeah.
And no one noticed. It was pointed out to them later, and they went and changed the 10th place winner. But like, I don't know, man. That's just funny to me.
It's hilarious.
Like, I don't know, like I think that like find me that kid, I'll give him 500 gems for making me laugh that hard. That he not only did it but then won.
Yeah, I mean, it's ingenuity at its finest. Who would have even thought of that? Just
Dude, maybe I'm just dumb and easy to please, dude, but I'm still chuckling at it.
no, dude. I mean, the laziest people are always the ones who like make the biggest automation leaps or the biggest improvements in companies and stuff. So I was finding like a backdoor way to get the job done easier.
Just submitting their own art back to him. All right, all right.
And it worked. Like
I know, yeah. Like someone's like,
probably the
hey,
person
hey,
like checking the Todd
yeah,
test was like different.
yeah, it's
from
obviously
whoever made
someone
the
random, you know. Like man, this is a
Yeah.
really good drawing.
Yeah.
Like wow, this is really accurate for how our artwork looks. All right, town hall. We're all 17s, right? I talked to Spencer a lot lately. You hit the button and went to 17, right?
I
Yeah.
hammered 17 on day one.
Nice.
Yeah, me too.
So, how are you enjoying it so far?
Honestly, it's fine, I guess. Nothing really stands out to me.
Yeah, no, really like I agree. It doesn't really feel all that different. You know, like I'm paying a little more attention to my attacks. You know, 'cause during 16, you just kind of you could wing it, and like I was treating a lot of my wars like just like legends. You know, like there's an open base, just go make it work in that 30-second of scout time, and I was doing great.
Mhm.
You know, so now I'm like I have stressed a few wars, but yeah, for the most part, it doesn't feel all that different. I do think it's harder than 16 was
I
once
don't
you're
know.
starting to face people upgraded.
Well, the fire spitter, I haven't had any issues with that at all.
No, not really.
If anything, the third ricochet cannon is more scary than anything else.
Yeah, definitely.
So Rick, you mentioned it was harder, but what exactly is harder? I mean,
It
we don't have an eagle to deal with now, so it shouldn't
no,
be easy. I'm
like
thinking.
so that's another thing too. Is like people are acting like losing the eagle is a big deal, and I haven't been concerned with an eagle in well over a year. Like it
Yeah, and
was,
the eagle was a nothing defense.
yeah. Like I don't know where, you know, like hey, maybe that's the difference between me and like like I had a very high hit rate in 16. I was over 80% in the end. I assume, I think, that's ballpark, but like I didn't really think about the eagle. Like maybe I could have been 85, 90, 95% hit rate if I had considered the eagle in more hits, but it never really felt like it mattered that much anymore. It was all town hall, monolith, spell tower stuff, and now it's gone. It hasn't really changed a whole lot about the way I attack. But one of the things I wanted to bring up with the 17 discussion was in talking about why they made the change to to the eagle in the town hall. They had said their motivation was wanting to change the meta at each town hall and removing the eagle and moving the gigabomb, and that was largely the intent, was to change the meta. So do you think they've achieved that?
Not at all.
I mean, I don't know. Were dragons a meta before? Or, I mean, I don't know if they've changed it because of the new levels or if it's the removal of the eagle. But I feel like my dragon attack at Town Hall 16 wasn't as viable, and now it's way more viable. Like I'm tripling left and right. So I feel like it might have changed, but whole meta, not an expert.
Dragons were still a big part of 16. I don't think they were ever the best attack. They were probably the best attack that was Like of all the good high success rate hits, dragons were probably the easiest one to manage and learn, I think. But they were like, yeah, the dragons were good, through 16, and they still are. And being that dragons are one of the only core troops that got levels, yeah, I think it's fine. But like, I don't know that I'm approaching bases very differently. I get to come in to the town hall first, a lot more attacks. People are using root riders again, and they're less concerned with overgrowthing the town hall and avoiding it. You can just kind of just go into it now. I would never fireball the town hall, and now I am more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that that's a huge meta change. Like I don't know, it doesn't change the way I'm really like approaching bases a lot. It's just like, okay, instead of 3 corners I can come in on, now there are 4.
Yeah.
But but also, I guess to be fair, we've only got levels on 4 different defenses or whatever, and like there's still a lot of stuff that could come. There could be bigger meta changes based on what new troops we get, what new equipments we get, but just the town hall initial stuff with 17, I don't think really much has changed that much. That was a lot of muches. Yeah, I don't know. Like overall, the balance. Are you guys, like feeling it's still balanced in a good way? And I know it's hard to tell so early in.
Yeah, it's mostly too early, but part of me wants to say it's easier than like a brand new 17 is easier than a max 15.
Yeah, that was gonna be my comment as well. Actually, I feel like it's changed, but for the better. Like it's made it easier overall.
Because
At
now
least
I
that's my
don't care
impression.
at all about the town hall. The Giga Inferno, I feel like did more damage to my army than this current Inferno artillery.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I don't like about the new Tunnel 17 is it leaves like the kind of lava on the ground. So like when you're doing sneaky goblins attacks and you're just aiming for the town hall, you kind of have to wait for that to expire sometimes, and that's the
Oh,
one
that's
thing
cool.
I don't like as much.
Yeah, there are little things like that too. Like if you're doing a queen charge into the town hall, you got to pay attention because you can lose your healers from the excess shots, and it's also a lot less damage straight on your queen. So it's kind of a trade off. But as long as you're paying attention, it's not really a big deal. The Gigabomb, I upgraded mine to level 3 right away, and I don't know why because that thing is useless.
I was gonna say I'm waiting for that to be the last thing because I
I,
don't think it'll
I
make
know.
a
Like
difference.
I keep looking around at other people's bases to see what they've upgraded, and they all have level 1 gigabombs, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
well
me too.
I wasted 10 days of a builder or whatever it was. Oh well.
Well, hey, you live and you learn, right? That's
Yeah.
why to make mistakes.
Have you guys paid attention to like any upgrade guides? Like what are you focusing on for upgrades?
Whatever I can afford.
Oh yeah, with
Um,
no farming, that's got to be tough.
Yeah.
Remind us why you don't farm against Spencer? Just no time, or
Well, I've been attacking a little bit more while at work, but yeah, I just don't attack a lot. I just log in and click around and hope that there's a chest I could open somewhere.
fair, fair. Yeah, no. To answer your question, Rick, I'm upgrading all my storages first. I have most of them finished. I only have like one gold and one elixir left, and then doing all the like spell barracks, lab, and stuff. I hammered my hero hall as well. Don't know why. I didn't like being able to upgrade my heroes fully. But yeah, I haven't really paid attention to any guides yet. I'm just going as I feel.
I did my hero haul initially too because you have to get those final 5 levels of heroes. You have to do it, which
Yeah.
I absolutely hate. Like um like I've been saying this on Reddit. Like it's bugging me that more people aren't upset about this. So like maybe I'm being dramatic,
What?
but they in all the cost and time reductions that we got, they took off it. Like it's just napkin math, so don't quote me on it, but it was something like 57 days of hero time off the original 4 heroes. Most of that was like Town Hall 12, 13 times, I believe, but overall, heroes got just under 2 months faster with reductions, which is cool. It's good. It was not like they got a lot cheaper,
Mm-hmm.
way more than as a percent. But like time got an okay reduction, I guess. But if you consider the hero hall to be a hero upgrade because you have to do that building to get access to the higher levels. Heroes got longer because the hero hall itself takes 85 days. So we lost 60 days, but they added in 85. So heroes got 15 days longer.
Did they just forget to consider that, or
No,
like
it's like
was that intentional?
hero books affect time only,
Hmm.
and we know that hero books are, this is me being cynical again. So there's less incentive to reduce the time. They added a fifth hero, but they call it a wash because you can still attack at full strength while upgrading one. I absolutely hate that people call it like a free upgrade. Just terminology wise, I don't like that. But if you want to make any real progress on your heroes, you have to do more than one anyway. At the same time, otherwise you get like 3 years of hero upgrades. The minion prince itself is well over a year to max. I don't know. I don't like it.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad that like for all those who got the minion purse automatically upgraded to level 70 at the start, like
Yeah,
I do not envy people who have to start at level
I know
1.
it's so
Like that just
punishing to new players.
yeah.
It's so like a lot of us, it absolutely did not affect because we got like everyone listening. I think most of our listeners I think are 17s, but yeah, like it doesn't affect us, so it's hard like to gauge how bad that's gonna be. But oh man, heroes are the problem, and they just made it worse. They're gonna have to figure it out long term. Like the hero hall system is it's only good if we have a lot more heroes. If they add a 6th, 7th, 8th hero, then being able to upgrade 4 heroes at once. At that point, it becomes like pretty generous to still let us attack at full strength while upgrading that many heroes. But they're gonna have to rebalance a lot of stuff if that ever happens too, because that you can't eat up all your builders. Yeah, and the time and cost are still way out of whack. So you have to assume that if there's going to be a lot more heroes, like they would have to balance that out. But
I think they might be putting a hero at each town hall. That's my guess. They're gonna start filling in the town halls.
As long as we get them automatically upgraded.
if there's going to be a 6th hero, do you think it comes at 10, or do you think they do like the shuffle again and move like 10 levels of the warden down to 10, and then we get a new 11 hero or something?
I think we get a 10 on 10 hero.
Probably, but also like it absolutely wouldn't shock me at all to like just continue the trend of making lower town halls super overpowered and irrelevant on as a chance to learn and grow as a player. Oh, random aside too. Like, well, I just thought of it. On our last one, the one with Bash, we had this little argument over whether or not people are going to use defensive wardens still, or totally replace them with defensive minion princes. And both I think both Bash and Sam were telling me that defensive wardens are awesome. But I found Bash the other day in Legends. Guess what heroes that guy has?
Minions.
Not a warden.
That's funny.
So who's right? I did 1-star him like a like,
On
I had to like
purpose?
immediate like I was screwing around. I normally don't look at the names, but like there's a couple people that stand out, and I was looking at where the clan castle was, and I'm like, I think that's Bash's clan. And I looked up, and it's the Rocky 45702, whatever it is. And I was like, oh man, this is my chance to, because I'd found Bash once before in Legends, and he messed up like one of my first chances at a perfect Legends day. I'm like, this is my chance, and I 1-starred him. So I had to message him and be like, dude, maybe don't look at your logs today. But anyway, I feel vindicated.
Revenge.
Liam, are you playing the Prince on any lower levels?
Am I playing the prince on my lower levels?
Yeah, no. Like, are you like using him or upgrading him or?
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah.
No way. Like I mean, I'm grateful that I'll get him at level 40, whatever. But there's no way. I mean, I'm only upgrading bare minimums for my it's called engineered rushing accounts. So yeah, there's no way I'm upgrading him. Only on my max
Alright.
accounts.
Have you upgraded him much on your main?
Actually, yeah, that's the only one I've been upgrading so far because I couldn't with my hero hall not being upgraded yet. So I had to spend my dike somewhere, and my lab was going. So yeah, minion press. It's actually a good Dark Elixir sync as well, so I'm
Yeah,
grateful
I
for
know.
that.
Like you guys are both like air attackers, right? I know Spencer has been, and
I've become more of an attacker, yeah.
he's pretty good.
It's with siege eggs.
Yeah, like he doesn't feel like special, and I don't think he has a like a niche really. It's just kind of like toss him in with stuff and hope that his ability's aimed right, but it is strong. Like I've been playing him on just to get used to it. On like I've been doing war attacks again because I need the ore on my like 8 through 13 accounts, and I've been trying to force like Lava Loon Puppet and Minion Prince into all my attacks just for fun. And it's hard to tell if it's good or just those levels are stupidly easy now. I know, like I feel like I've always been able to give people great Town Hall 9, 10, 11 advice, and now like with the new hero, like I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like upgrade your warden still if you're 11. It's gonna take me a while to like wrap my head around that one.
I'll take some time to adjust, but we'll get used to it.
For the next update, like what do you think? Like we really need in the next content drop for 17.
Oh, I was just gonna say builder base, but I guess not.
So do you mean Tome Village stuff, Vic?
Yeah.
I would
I
like
would say, yeah, go on.
like maybe 3 or 4 more spell towers. Thoughts?
Ooh.
There was a guy in my clan who said, was saying like, because we were talking about, there's not a great fourth spell to use on the spell tower. We talked about this like 2 years ago, and I still don't think there's a good spell to add as a level 4. So they'd have to like I think do something else.
That could really shake up the meta, though.
A spell that increases the range of the stuff around it would be cool.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, and I dig that. I don't know how it would work if you like
Have
for when it triggers or whatever, but like going a creative new route like that, I think would be fine and fun. Because like
but
the only spells they've added since then have been like Overgrowth was added, and you couldn't really use that as a defensive spell. It's just kind of
Hmm.
you would have to nerf it to the point where it's just another invisibility tower. And it's really not all that different. And like the hero revive spell defensively, if you place it next to a hero on your base,
Maybe.
infinite hero attack.
like is it gonna go off at the right time? It feels too weird to work out and make balance in a fun way. But I don't know, like troop wise, I think the next drop of troop levels is what is gonna actually make Town Hall 17 engaging for me. Like I probably want hogs. Super witches, I don't think need a new level, so maybe don't touch the witch. But yeah, like hogs, miners, I'd like to see come back.
Won't they add like new defense levels as well? Like if they
Yeah.
add new troop levels? So
Yes, yeah, there'd be probably like the stuff that we've already supercharged. Some of that's probably gonna get levels and then re-supercharged again, which I hate, but I already made that rant. Like it's probably time. Like if it's gonna still be a big air meta, it's probably time for a sweeper level.
Oh, yeah. We've been saying that for a decade now.
poor sweepers neglected.
Something that could really shake up the meta is just like ultra customizable sweepers. Like the shape and the range you could adjust.
Have a different settings for like sweeping pattern or yeah, interval,
you know
short
what?
bursts, fast
Let's
attack.
take it a step further. Let's just add a whole new sweeper. So now there's 3.
Oh dude, that'd be sick.
They haven't really ever changed the function of a building with the level again. It's not like you get like you build level 1 infernos and you immediately have that selectable like level.
Yeah.
But the town hall did kind of introduce that as a possibility, I think, because the mechanics of the town hall change with the upgrade to 17. Although that's technically a merge, maybe. But
Those multi ultra towers and ricochet cannons, they change a bit.
yeah,
like, from
the
functionality.
merges though, those are merges.
Yeah. Yeah, right, okay. Well, merging the sweepers then.
Yeah, you can merge the sweeper and make it like selectable to be like a 360 puff, or a longer directional. I don't know. Like there's probably something creative you could do there.
Yeah.
But yeah, mostly just like I don't know, like troop levels And we need a new Super Troop. We need a new Super Troop. And I want that
That's
Super
probably
Troop to
the main
be,
thing.
and I want it to be OP and need a nerf later, just because I need something fun to do.
I'm
Yeah.
actually wondering, like, will we ever get a point? Because we also got a new troop, so will we ever get a point where we just have every troop has a super troop, or what's the delay on the super troops? Like, why are they not
Well,
releasing
that
them
was the
more
end
often?
goal. Darian
Yeah, but
always
they
said
haven't
they
said that
want to
in a
have one
while
for
either.
each. Yeah.
Yeah, but Darren's
Like,
gone. I mean, so has it changed the end goal maybe?
Oh, for
yeah, I
sure.
know that'd be a good question for maybe the
Plan
next.
chat.
Yeah, like, did they talk Super Troops in that? I didn't listen to the whole thing, and it was 5 a.m.
Uh,
So
I don't know. I feel like they come up with new ideas in the abandoned old ones.
yeah, I get not wanting like there to be a million Super Troops and all of a sudden the game's just like Clash Royale with a ton of unused random stuff that always needs rebalancing and consideration. But like delete the Super Valks because no one uses them, and just either give us a better Super Valk or something else that does make sense. I'm fine losing that stuff. We just lost the Eagle.
I
The Band-Aid's been ripped
no,
off. Like we lost stuff. Now let's
let's
lose.
not lose the super Valk, Rick, because for clan games that's 1,500 points. That's
Well,
very
you could
helpful.
How about
add in that challenge somewhere else.
how about we merge the Super Valk with something?
Merging Super Troops for 100,000.
The Super Giant and the Super Valk merged together into an even more useless Super Troop.
The least used super troops merged
Yeah.
together. Be nice. Someone from chat actually, Fogs Goblins, suggested super spell actually. That might be interesting. Like super lightning spell, just
Like 5 housing space spells. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Are you guys using Revive?
not yet.
No.
Like I did. I tried to make it work for 3-4 days, and I don't know. Like I was tripling with it, but I was tripling with a lot of stuff too, and it didn't feel like it made a difference. Just bringing one in attack, because it was either like, am I bringing a hero back, or am I just keeping my hero alive in the first place? It feels like it's just like an even trade off. So I think Revive needs it doesn't need a buff because it's already like 3/4 of
OP.
your HP back anyway. So I don't think it needs a buff on that front. I think it needs like just a change.
But is it like a niche spell that you use in like certain attacks and you have to plan for it, or is it something you can take in every attack and kind of use it to buff up your attack if it goes poorly, or if you start to miss the tunnel or something?
I'm only seeing use for it like as a just in case spell. Honestly, I've seen
Mm.
I know Corrupt is done. I don't know if he's released this or not, but I know like I've seen videos he shared of like mass revive spell stuff where you just spam a whole bunch of stuff and keep your heroes alive the whole attack, and that looks fun and cool. But I think that's really base dependent kind of thing. But all right, did we get any? Yeah, if you guys have questions, use !ask to open the comment, and then anything you type after that gets sent to us as a question. So, when level 10 goblin release? I don't know. Like, do you think we need a new? Do you think we need a new level of goblin, which is essentially a new level of sneaky goblin?
The new sneaky goblins, isn't that just gonna make farming way easier again? So I don't think it's needed, but
Maybe if we get a new level of collector, it might make sense just to keep the same breakpoints. If that would change, like you need 1 sneaky gob per collector and like 3 for an outside storage. But no, I don't think it's like needed. Sales for sceneries we kind of talked about. Guesses when the next legendary scenery we talked about. There's still a lot of bugs. So if you guys are asking about bugs, make sure that you have the latest update installed, because there's been a couple that won't force you to download them. So make sure you have those installed, and that should fix stuff. Like if you're still having seen training potion issues, like that's why the bugs I know that still exist. There are people who can't use hero potions. You can use them sometimes during like live attacks in that 30 seconds of scout time, or from the builder base. A lot of people get them to work. But if you're still having bugs, just keep checking the app stores.
Are they even out on the App Stores? Because I checked and I didn't see
There
them.
hasn't been one in
Maybe.
maybe a week, but like, cause remember there was a maintenance a couple days ago.
Oh yeah.
The maintenance is like what enabled a lot of the fixes that were in that optional update.
Why do they make them optional and not
So like,
like?
yeah, that was my
Sorry,
question too.
question.
Is like, cause like in our chats with the devs, there's just like hey, they had to put stuff in an optional update, wait for enough people to download it before they push it out. And I was like, why make it optional? Because me, layman, I don't always, hey, I know I don't understand a lot of the stuff behind the scenes, but like if something sounds like a very obvious, like weird choice, like I think it should come with an explanation. But I did ask, like, hey, why not, just for my own curiosity, if the optional update has the fix and but you can't use the fix until enough people have it, why make it optional in the first place? And they're like, well, it's hard. um and
Uh,
I don't know what that means,
Programming
but
issue.
yeah, like I don't know, I trust that they know what they're doing to some extent. So
Yeah, it might be a App Store limitation as well. They have a lot of
yeah, I don't know.
requirements.
Yeah, is there like some big cost? Like, do you have to pay Apple every time you do updates? Like apparently a lot of people get turned off by needing to do multiple updates day after day. But I would say, like, if you're the kind of player who's gonna quit the game over what, I have to spend 10 seconds updating my app.
I'm done with Flash.
Yeah, like, are you long term monetarily valuable to the game anyway? I don't know. So I'm sure there are, like, I'm sure I'm wrong. I don't think you get to be $1 billion company by being stupid. Somebody said they heard equipments will be available to buy with CB well medals. Did they talk about this? I think it's one of the things they said they're considering during the clan chat
Was
talk.
that? Oh, I don't
But I don't
remember that.
know. I
But
don't know
yeah,
if
it could
they'll.
be.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll do it or not. It would be cool. It certainly would be nice to have different ways to catch up on equipment other than gems, because they just keep throwing stuff for us to spend gems on at us.
Yeah, I'd be grateful for that actually, because a lot of people are overflowing CW Meadows as well.
Storm says, "Can you please confirm that the Cookie Chaos event, you get all the loot if you just bust the fireworks, right?"
Yes.
Oh yeah. So I think, is it called
Mhm.
Cookie Chaos?
Yeah.
Controllable Heroes Cookie Chaos. I did not know that. I thought you were asking about metal event stuff, and I was like, no, we can't talk about metal event stuff yet. But yeah, like, yeah, that's how people cheese them, is if you can get bust the fireworks, it works just like Boom Beach. I'm always talking about Boom Beach. Boom Beach had the freaking best event of any Supercell game ever last week. It's ridiculous, but I don't know. I could talk about it for 20 minutes. Right. Okay, hold on. So basically, if it was a Clash thing, like what Boom Beach did was, they, like, imagine if Clash had a sale for hero books, hero runes for like 5 raid medals each, and then you could buy more raid medals. You could, like, earn more. You could buy more raid medals with raid medals. So it was like an infinite money glitch. It was crazy. It made no sense.
That
Like,
sounds awesome.
I know I made like a year of progress in Boom Beach. Like, I haven't played that game in a year, and like Davey messaged me and he's like, "Dude, you have to get on Boom Beach right now." Like, I made like a year of progress in an hour.
Damn.
All
Okay,
right.
cool.
Anyway, back to Clash.
Big fan of Flash.
Are there issues with builders and lab assistants not actually working? I've heard so. I haven't noticed it, but I have heard that the lab assistant doesn't work if you have the game open.
Yeah, that was a reported bug as well, and I haven't tested it personally, but it does seem to be that there's something off there.
Yeah. All right. Who's your favorite YouTuber?
I said Clash bashing or BD gaming.
Who?
BD gaming or Clash bashing?
The hell is
Like
that?
like BD Legends.
Yeah, BD Legend. That guy. I always forget his name.
Okay. Yeah.
He's relatively new as well, no?
He got his. I
Um,
don't think he's a new creator. He got his code in the last couple months.
Yeah, okay.
yeah, I like Bash.
Dude, I love Bash. Dude. Bash is like one of my favorite people. Bash was in a dream I had last night, and then
Oh,
What kind of dream?
like no one ever cares to hear about dreams, so I'll keep it short. But like since I mentioned it, you guys had ditched this podcast, and then like Bash came over to my house. Like it makes me sound like a psycho. I don't know. It was just like I was thinking about. I must have been like I'd set an alarm, so I was thinking about the podcast, and then someone broke into the house, and we didn't have any guns, so I only had like the wood stocks of rifles, so we were like planning on clubbing someone to death, me and Bash.
oh my god,
That's gonna be the title of this
I
episode.
know.
sounds awesome.
Yeah, I know that's weird. Like I hope he's not listening. Liam, what are your plans for dinner? Oh, favorite YouTubers, I guess I'll say. I'm trying to watch like more newer people.
How do you find them though? Like you just search Clash of Clans on YouTube and then least views?
I was specifically looking for a Super Bowler video, like a month or two ago, and um, I just like sorted by new for like Town Hall 16 Super Bowler, and then one of the first ones that came up was this guy named Bad Larry, and then I watched it, copied the army, and like it just clicked for the first time. Like Super Bowlers, I haven't been able to make work at 16, and his video really, like I don't know, it helped me a lot. And then he had done other videos collaborating with two other guys, Shock and Aki, and I've been watching a lot of their videos too, and I really like. So Bad Larry, Shock, and Aki are three growing YouTubers, I think, that are all pushing out quality content. Liam, what are your plans for dinner?
Just dinner with a friend.
Who?
You're cheating on me, Liam.
A girl?
No, of course I said friend.
Is
Moving
there a
on.
new girl in your life, Liam?
Mhm.
Can we not
Is
get?
this friend with potential for more?
Oh come on, guys.
Ooh.
See, the problem is like
Is
if
it a date?
people connect my real life identity to my online identity, then
So Liam's
people
full
have-
name is.
No, that's come on.
Yeah, you can find a link to Liam's LinkedIn in the show notes of the episode.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, and here's his address too.
When is Town Hall 18? Probably a year from now. Like I'm gotta assume, like they've said, yearly release is the goal. We got 16 in December, we got 17 in November. Assuming November, December next year would be 18. Win a gun in Clash of Clans. Do you think we'll ever get guns?
I mean, well, Clash Royale added a
Um,
sniper apparently, so but I feel like no, because of the argument like, hey, we're trying to keep the whole game separate from real life stuff. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. There are there's Musketeer.
Hunter.
Within Clash, there has been like a rocket launcher, which is kind of like a gun.
Mm.
With the really, was that the Christmas event last year, the firecracker?
No, it's in this year's event, the
It
firecracker.
is.
In one of the
To be honest with you, I
defenses.
have not looked at what the next metal event is at all.
No, but in the Cookie Clashmas thing, with the Controllable Heroes,
Yeah,
in one of the levels there's the Musketeer, I think, or the with the rocket
No,
thing.
Firecracker.
the firecracker.
Firecracker, yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that's never been a troop, right?
In a way, there are guns in Clash already, but I don't think that we're ever going to see like a soldier. No, like Supercell's not. They don't seem morally opposed to it. Like
Yeah.
with like Clash Royale, same universe and stuff. There are guns there. We've had gun adjacent stuff at least. Cannons, I don't. But I wouldn't expect to see like an AR-15 troop. Yeah, no, I was like immediately gonna write that off as a no, but then like you mentioned Royale. I was like, oh yeah.
And Boom Beach as well.
Yeah. Well, Boom Beach is like themed a little differently. Like there's a guy just carrying the heavy has a Gatling gun. All right. I think that's it, guys. Do you have any shout outs or things you want to talk about?
Nope.
Last chance.
I would like to shout out a kind-hearted anonymous gold pass donor. So thank you very much for the gold pass. But I also like to shout out UX or UI engineers who code these logic things, and I think they're doing a very difficult job. And so I appreciate all the hard work you're doing. But if you could, I guess make things more better for the player experience. That'd be great. So yeah, that's my shout out.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Now I'm looking at my notes. I did write save my last cannon. Yeah, we got. I know they said they're like they in last previous AMAs they said they wanted to probably merge away all of the cannons and archer towers. Like don't do that. Like save my one little cannon. Like I had to gear it up. It's cool, but like I don't. It's a fun little blast from the past. Like you start one of the first things you do is place a cannon. I think the base should always have a cannon.
One cannon.
Yeah.
But is it a cannon if it's a geared up cannon?
It's possible. Like you're gonna have to. Like I think it would be cool if you could always have a level 1 cannon. I don't think that's realistic, but I do think leaving the cannon there as as your first defense. I don't know. I think it should always be part of your base. Go ahead and merge away all the archer towers. Who cares? But as for my shout outs, there is a new podcast, a new Clash podcast called Into the Clashiverse. I will drop a link to it in the show notes here, the episode description. They have one episode out. They've recorded another that should be out maybe by the time you're even listening to this. Hosted by Drac and Wolfie, two guys out of the CFF family of clans who they're associated with. If you listen to Pineapples and Thorns, you've heard them before. Drac had a really good episode with Kat, and he's doing the podcast with his son, Wolfie. It's really cool. He is a software engineer, so he's talking more about some of the technical aspects and limitations, and he has a new perspective on Clash. I just said 3 times during this episode, I don't know computers or tech stuff, so I'll probably get it all wrong. If that's the kind of thing that interests you, then he has a lot more insight into that type of stuff when he's talking about Clash, and it's an entertaining, fun podcast. So welcome to the scene, guys, and I hope you guys continue to grow. And then shout out to our friends at Sons of Guns. We spun together, we matched in CWL, and we ended up getting that win. But it was it's always fun when you can have a war of with people you like, and it's all fun and stuff. So I think we're gonna promote. Hopefully you guys get there next month. But that's gonna do it, unless Spencer has anything. Nope, of course not. All right. We will be back once before the end of the year, I think. Probably closer to Christmas, whenever we can find times. One more question. How can you join the creator program? Go to creators.supercell.com and sign up. You can sign up like as a user. Like it's not like tier 1, 2, 3 anymore. It's like user, creator, super creator.
Do you get any perks with user?
You get access to the site. You can watch like videos to help. Like there's a whole like I forget what they call it. The Creator Academy, where you can watch videos on from all the huge creators that you guys have seen. Like they're like instructional videos, 5, 10, 20 minutes about how to do better content, how to do like a lot of like tips and tricks and stuff. And then once you grow enough, you can get creator level, and you start getting into like secrets and NDA stuff, and then the sky's the limit from there as you grow.
Nice.
But yeah, that's gonna do it for us. We will see you guys in 2 weeks.
See ya, everyone.